Hi guys, it's me again. Unfortunately, I'm not in class with you, so I have to teach you through a YouTube video, so hopefully you understand while I'm teaching. So today, we're going to talk about representation of three-dimensional figures. You are going to need isometric dot paper today to do some of your drawings. Some of you that are in Mr. Payton's class, and you guys have already done some of this before, so you can help the others around you that need help. Okay, so the first kind of drawing we're going to talk about is isometric dot paper drawing. So it's just a different way to make drawings to make your picture look three-dimensional. So here's an example. Here's another example, and then you're going to have to try to draw three on your own. So I'm going to do a couple for you. This is actually going to be number 1 on your assignment, and this is going to be number 2 on your assignment, and then you're going to have to do number 3 on your own. So let's try this one. I'm going to start here. I always like to start from the bottom, so I started from the bottom, now we're here. Ha ha, honey. Okay, so I'm going to start from the bottom. And I always start by making this, to me it kind of reminds me of like an open book. So I'm going to start there. I'm going to start down here at the bottom, and I'm going to try to draw that open book look. And then I'm going to finish off the top of my cube. So now that looks like a cube. And then I'm going to come out to the side here. So I'm going to come here, come there. So make sure you go up. And then I'm going to go up. There's 3 cubes high, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we have that open book look again, so I'm going to go down, and then we finish off the top, and then you can draw on the rest of your cubes, and it looks like that. I've been doing this a while, so that's why it looks easy. It is kind of hard, especially the first few times you do it, so don't worry, you're just getting graded on effort on these. Okay, let's try this one. I'm going to start maybe in the middle here this time. So I'm going to draw that open book. So I'm going to come here, and I'm going to try to draw that open book like that. So I've just drawn this so far. And then I'll finish off the top like that. Okay, so I've got these 2 cubes coming out this way. So I'm going to try to come out this way, and since there's 2 cubes, I'm going to go a distance of 2, like that. And then I'm going to make my open book look again. Okay, so far so good, hopefully. So I've kind of got this going on. Now I'm going to come back, and notice I'm coming back 1, 2, 3 cubes. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's not the best, but I'm trying. We have to do this cube on the top. Here, I'm going to go ahead and come off to the side and do this red one. So I'm going to come over here. Got that. Then we got the yellow one behind it. Now I'm going to do the green one on top. There you go. So like I said, you're being graded on effort. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. Just do the best you can. If the sub needs to pause this, because I did go kind of fast, she can pause it and then you can watch it again or whatever. Okay. The next type of drawing that we're going to talk about is the orthographic drawing. So have you ever flown in an airplane before? Sometimes they say when you're flying up high in the sky and you look down, it's a bird's eye view. So like if I was driving by and I was looking at this object from the sky, it's going to look different than if I was standing on the ground and looking at it from the front or the back. Or maybe it was sitting on a glass object and I was walking underneath it and looking at it from up above or from down below. So if I was looking at this from way up high, it would look like this. If I was standing in the direct front of it and looking at it, I would just see that front triangle. If I was standing on the right side, I would see the right triangle, left side, the left triangle. If I was on the bottom, I would just see that rectangle on the bottom. Here's another example with those cubes. So this is what the front would look like in the back. I've got these cubes here. If I was standing on the left and the right, it would look like this. The top, just looking down, I would just see those 4 cubes, and then the bottom, I would also just see those 4 cubes. Okay, so we're gonna try this one. This is number 7 on your assignment today. So let's see if you can figure this out. First, I'm gonna try to imagine that I'm up on top, just looking straight down at it. So it reminds me kind of like a barn looking thing. So I've got this top thing that I know I'm gonna see, and then the roof comes down, but I'm just gonna see each side of the roof. So I would probably see something like this. That's really bad drawing. And if you draw it the other way, that's fine. If I'm standing in the front, I'm gonna see this rectangle right here. And then I'm gonna see part of the roof. Now, am I gonna see the very top that's flat? I'm probably not gonna see that because it's just flat. So that's the front. The right view is probably the easiest. That kind of looks like a house. So, and there you go. So we're just gonna do the top view, the front view, and the right view. We're not gonna do the left and the bottom and all those other views. So just 3 different views. So you're gonna have some problems on your assignment where you have to do that. You're also gonna have some problems on your assignment where you have to pick which one is the correct one. You're also gonna have some multiple choice where you choose which one of these would be the top view and which one would be the bottom view of that figure right there. So you'll get to pick. So that's on some of your assignment. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is a foundation drawing. This is a foundation drawing of the Sears Tower. So you might need this if you want to be an architect one day. So foundation drawing shows the base structure and then the height of each part. So if you ever visited the Sears Tower, there's several different stories. So there's different sections and then there's different stories. So this part of the Sears Tower is 65 stories tall. This part is 89 stories tall, 49 stories tall, and so on. So there's different sections. These 2 sections are 109 stories tall. That's pretty tall. Okay, so we're going to try to make some foundation drawings. So I've got these blocks here. So if I were going to make this foundation drawing, this right here has 1 block. That's why there's a 1 there. This is 2 blocks high, so that has a 2. This one is 3 blocks high, so it has a 3. And then I come off to the side, and I have 2 blocks high and 1 block high again. So that's kind of how you make a foundation drawing. So if I were looking at this, this is number 12 on your assignment today. This right here is just 1 block tall. So I put a 1. Right behind it is 2 blocks tall. So I put a 2. And then right behind that is 3 blocks tall. So I would put a 3. How many cubes does it take to build this structure? We'll just count up the number of cubes. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 more. If I wanted to take building blocks and build it, it would take 6 cubes to build this structure. So that's not too bad. I don't know if in pre-engineering you guys had to do any of these or not. Okay, cross sections. This one's pretty important. This can be on the EOI test. So a cross section, let me talk about in just a second. I'm going to get some 3-dimensional shapes for you guys. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I have these really fun nets. In fact, I should probably leave them out for you guys to play with while I am not here. So like this would be the net of a cube. So there's some pretty fun nets if you want to play around with them. Okay, cross sections. If you have a 3-dimensional shape, what you have to imagine is taking a flat sheet of paper and like shoving it through that 3-dimensional shape. So if I were gonna shove this through this 3-dimensional shape and then cut out the excess paper around it, I want to know what shape is left on this piece of paper, this flat piece of paper. So the shape is just going to be a 2-dimensional shape. So like if I'm looking at this, if I were going to take a flat sheet of paper and shove it through that figure and then cut out the excess around it, I want to know what shape is left. So on this one it would be a square, because this is a square. So if I was gonna take a flat sheet of paper and shove it through this one, and then cut out around, I'm gonna have the shape of a triangle. So let's look at this one. This is a sphere. If I take a flat sheet of paper and shove it through that sphere, and then cut all that paper around, guess what shape I'm gonna have? A circle, because it'll just go around. So don't give me a three-dimensional shape, give me just a two-dimensional shape. Here, if I was gonna take this flat sheet of paper and shove it through there, what shape do you think would be left on that paper? That's a terrible drawing, but it is actually just gonna be a rectangle. All right, if I take a flat sheet of paper and I shove it through that pyramid there, the shape after I cut out all this excess paper is gonna be right here. So I would accept square or rectangle on that. And then on this one, this time I'm gonna take this sheet of paper and I'm gonna shove it right through the top. So the sides are triangles, so when I cut out around, I would have the shape of a triangle. So you're gonna have a few problems like that where you have to try to figure out what the cross section is. Okay, last but not least, we are gonna draw some cross sections. So we have a cube, and we're gonna have to draw certain cross sections. So like if I wanted to draw the cross section of the top right and the bottom left, it's gonna look like that. So it's in there, it's kind of cool. We got cross sections. So here I'm gonna draw a cross section that represents the top right corner and the bottom left corner. So here's my right corner, here's my left corner. So if I shade that in, that would be my cross section. Okay, let's try this one. The cross section that represents the top front corner and the bottom back corner. This one looks kind of cool. That would be my cross section. So that one would be kind of like this one. So, pretty cool. So those are my cross sections. They don't have to look perfect, just do the best that you can. You're getting a grade on trying to do these drawings. And you guys can help each other out. Okay, so I've got my jokes. Of course, gotta have the jokes. So this guy, he's putting on sunscreen, and the sharks are standing there going, "Ooh, how thoughtful, he's adding coconut flavoring." So, funny. Okay. And then this guy's sitting here, and she's like, "Hi, everyone. We're here today for a counting class." And he's like, oops, because he thought counting, and it's accounting, like 1, 2, 3. Anyway, funny. That's it. Your assignment today. We talked about some of the problems. You're gonna have to try to draw these with isometric dot paper. Then you're gonna match some orthographic drawings, and then you're gonna try to draw a couple orthographic drawings. Then you get to pick from A, B, C, and D which one is the top view here and the bottom view here. Here you're going to do the foundation drawing, so that's where you do the number of blocks it would take. And then you've got some cross sections and some drawing cross sections. My joke here, I think this one's kind of funny too. So the teacher's like, "Looks like it'll be another effing class for participation, T-Rex," because he has short arms. So it's funny. Okay, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you soon. Bye.